Kinsey.
I'm Kyle.
Welcome to Native Berry Farm, where we
what?
I don't know, people say like where we go from the garden to the kitchen, and they have a thing that they do. And
Yeah?
welcome to Native Berry Farm, where we have no idea what we're doing.
Yet.
Today we want to show you our chicken coop, what we've done so far. Well, first of all, we have no stairs. We haven't built those quite yet, but I actually love it because it helps me every day to just kind of work on my glutes, you know? And then I don't have to work out for the rest of the day. It's great. So you walk into a storage area. We decided we wanted to build this big enough to have a big storage area to store feed because we don't have a barn or space to store extra feed.
We decided to split our coop in half. We have 2 pens so that we can separate our barred rocks from our production reds. As we're breeding them, we can keep the bloodlines pure. We have each pen set at 66 inches by 69 inches, which gives about, if you do the math, it gives about 2.5 square feet per bird. Generally, for this size of bird, you want 2 to 4 square feet, so we're right kind of in the middle, which has been working good for us. We have back here a door we affectionately call the poop door. This flaps open and you can just scoop everything out into a wheelbarrow and then take it over to our compost.
Which is really easy to sweep out because we put like 14,000 coats of hard exterior paint on the floor.
We did Kills oil-based primer, a few coats of that on the bottom to really seal things in, and then we did 2 coats of an exterior paint, all white. It's been working really good for us so far.
I literally hosed this out with a garden hose yesterday and just swept the water out.
And then over here we have 3 nesting boxes. They're not being used yet. We should have eggs soon.
Get to work on that, lady.
They're just free riding right now.
They're so close. They're 16 weeks old, I think.
Yeah. Bye.
Oh, I should catch that.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. And they could start laying around 18 to 20 weeks.
No. Soon. Fingers crossed.
High five.
Ew! God, that's disgusting! We have gone through 3 iterations of roosts. Our first set of roosts actually came off of this wall and were tiered steps that went down. It worked okay, but it was actually kind of annoying to have to flap it up and then start sweeping. Also, they were kind of close and there wasn't actually enough roost space for the birds we had. And they were always fighting over the top roost. Nobody would be on the bottom one, a couple would sit on the middle, and then they would just jump on each other to get to the top. So what we ended up with was, instead, we've run 2 2x4s up here. They're going the full 69 inches, which gives us 11 inches per bird. You want about 8 to 12 inches per bird, so that's been perfect for us. And what we decided to do was use these brackets. So in here we have this bracket that the 2x4 actually just fits in snugly so that it doesn't fall while they're roosting on it. And so we can actually just lift these up when we do a deep clean and either scrape them or throw them away and put new ones up pretty easily. To get up, we either lift them ourselves or we built this little ramp with some stairs that they can use. They are starting to get used to it. It takes a little bit of training for chickens to actually start using those. Sometimes it helps if you put some food so they can kind of figure that out. But it's been working pretty good for us. I think we've finally landed. Number 3's the one. This is our run. So let's go ahead and walk in and see it without letting the chickens out. Tiny terrors. Okay, so original plan was actually to do a 10 by 10 run, which would have been flush with this outside of the building, but we actually bumped it out and did a 10 by 15 because we ended up with more birds than we thought we would get. We didn't actually know that the hatcheries send extra birds just in case you lose some, which all those made it, all the originals made it. So instead of 18, we got 24, which is fine. So we bumped this out, made it a little bit bigger for them. What we did was hardware cloth on all the sides. That's more strong, works better than the chicken wire, especially out here in the woods. We have all the predators, so need to keep them safe. We have yet to put the roof on. I bought the hardware cloth for that, so we can do that next. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Haven't done that yet. And that way, each pen has its own run that the chickens can hang out in.
So we ordered our chickens in March, and that's when we started building this. How many months has it been?
Too many to count.
Yeah, it's a lot. But this was kind of a panic COVID thing. We definitely wanted chickens. I grew up with chickens, and it was kind of a long-term plan, but because out here in the forest there's so many predators, and we knew that this was going to have to be like a Fort Knox of a chicken coop, I wanted to do it right. And I'm honestly kind of grateful that COVID kind of pushed us into actually doing it, because keeping chickens is just such a joy.
Yeah, it's turned out better than I thought. I was terrified of chickens, to be honest, and then I got to hold the little baby ones, and now I like them.
Yeah, and he'll be like, I'm so sad we didn't get chickens sooner, because it was kind of a rush just trying to build it and get it up. I kind of accidentally panic bought the chickens, and so we were like, oh, they're coming in a month and we need to build, which is hilarious that back then we thought we were going to build this in less than a month, and it's mid-August. But if you do want plans for kind of a big walk-in type chicken coop that has a storage area for garden tools or feed or whatever, we don't have the detailed plans for this, but Fresh Exchange, Megan Gilger at Fresh Exchange, she is going to make her plans available. That's a great resource, and she followed me on Instagram. I about pooped my pants.
I pooped my pants too.
Yeah, I know. We're like a big deal now.
This is the outside of the poop door. We have a little latch, pick it up, and we put 2 hooks on it because it's actually a pretty heavy door. We just wanted to be extra safe. So you put the hooks on, and you just sweep all this out. You get a wheelbarrow right here, and then we just take it to our compost.
So this was a big project, but we definitely wanted to do it right. I think going into it, we planned out the materials, and our budget was $3,000 for this project. Yeah. We're now $7,000 in. Not all of that is the coop. The raw materials for the coop was about $5,000 for a 10 by 12 chicken coop. Now, this is the size and floor plan of the chicken coop I had growing up. This is light years beyond in the quality and just the durability of the materials. This is built like a house. We could live in this, and it will last forever. It's built for all the rain and the crazy weather here in the Pacific Northwest. It's built to keep them safe from coyotes and bears and whatever. So sturdy materials. We built it on, what are they called? Pier pads. Pier pads, yeah. Also, a huge component of the cost was COVID. The materials just skyrocketed, and we were building a chicken coop at the same time everyone else was building everything. So
bad timing.
I think we officially have all the materials we need to finish it, which I'm so grateful for, because it's just getting harder and harder to do.
So it was $5,000 for just the material, and that actually includes the runs, not just the coop. And then we paid about $1,000 for a contractor who's licensed to come over and help with the framing. And which was great because he actually taught me how to do it, which was really fun. And now hopefully next time I can do more of it by myself, save a little money. And then the rest, the other, what, 2,000?
1,000, yeah.
The other 1,000 was rain barrels. We're eventually going to put rain barrels to collect water from the roof. We got the automatic waterers and stuff that'll go along with that. And that will help make things really nice. We won't have to actually come out and change their water every single day. I don't know. I think it's worth it. They'd start laying their eggs.
I know. We're at the hardest part, because honestly, thinking of how much we've spent on this project, I want to throw up. And and they're not laying eggs yet. Like, we've been pouring so much money into them, and all we get is
cute fluffy butts.
I know. They're fluffy little butts. They're so cute. And we don't share these numbers to be like, look at us and how much we spent on this fancy chicken coop. We just want to share, honestly, like, these kind of projects are always infinitely more money and time than you can imagine.
Yeah, usually I would think to budget like twice what you actually think it's going to cost, because materials always end up more, labor, time, it adds up quick. And
But we're happy. Right now it's just holding birds. It's not quite done, but this is going to be a dream coop when we put the finishing touches on it, and we have the materials to do that, and we just need
time.
Yeah. Things we learned and would do next time or over again. Ventilation is so important when you're designing your chicken coop. And I was trying to get that into our plans.
Yeah.
It's really hard just with framing to make sure everything's sturdy, but to have lots of open windows. So the ventilation we have is these 2 windows in front and then all along the top up in the rafters. It's open right now. We need to put hardware cloth over it so that wild birds don't get in. But, and then what are those things on the side?
Gable fence.
Yeah, we have those thingies. We would have spent a lot more time on site prep, making sure our site was completely flat and kind of planning drainage ahead of time.
Yeah, if we weren't just trying to throw something up quick.
Yeah, but I think for how just kind of panicked and stressed we were, I think this turned out really well.
Yeah. Hope you liked our tour.
We had a good week. We got to go see our baby buckling, yet to be named. Comment if you have any ideas.
I'm still sticking with Play-Doh because he's going to play with them doughs.
Also comment if you want us to add any more details or answer some questions about our chicken coop and our project.
Thanks for watching. I'm Kyle.
I'm Kinsey.
This is Native Berry Farm. Kyle.
Hello, I'm Kinsey.
Sorry, do it again because I was saying Kyle. You're supposed to tell me, you're supposed to say ready, set?
Ready, set?
You never stopped it though, did you?
Nope.
This is our, not roost, what is this called?
A run.
A run. Okay.
So I grew up with...
Nice. This is the color your pea should be.
Okay. Oh gosh, I forgot. I have a hard time redoing things because I already said it.
Well, that concludes our man, Native Berry Farm.
Okay.
Ow!
Oh, now the chicken's gone.
Last part's the hardest.
I know.
Intros and intros. Exits. What do you call that? An outro?
Out. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. Oh, well, there's a bee. Oh.
This isn't going well. Lots of bloopers on this one.
Yeah. You do it. I can't do it. You do it.